The story of Justin. What if your biggest strength was being the one who saw the details others missed? What if quiet creativity, patience, and vision were the very traits that could shape a generation? This is the story of Justin de Dios, SB19's youngest member, the bunso with a brain for art and a heart full of gold. Behind his calm presence is a storyteller, a leader in silence, and a visionary who proves that greatness isn't always loud. It can be thoughtful, intentional, and deeply inspiring. If you like this type of stories, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Justin de Dios didn't set out to chase fame. In fact, growing up in Malabon, he was more focused on learning, drawing, and quietly expressing himself through creative outlets. As a child, he was naturally curious, introspective, and observant, traits that shaped the storyteller he would become. Unlike many performers who discovered their love for the stage early on, Justin's journey into music and performance was a gradual unfolding. While he enjoyed singing and dancing, he was equally passionate about filmmaking, editing, and design. He had an eye for details and a mind wired for concepts. And though he was often the quiet one in the room, when he spoke, it mattered. Justin graduated with a degree in multimedia arts from De La Salle College of St. Benilde. He didn't just study to pass, he studied to understand. He loved creating from scratch, designing visuals, and telling stories that made people feel. But something inside him wanted to do more, to be more. That's when SB19 came into his life. When he auditioned for Show BT, Justin wasn't the best dancer in the room. He even admits to struggling with choreography in the beginning. But what he lacked in skill, he made up for in determination. He trained harder, stayed longer, and took every failure as an opportunity to grow. Instead of comparing himself to others, he competed with the person he was yesterday. During the group's long and difficult training process, Justin never gave up. He brought a unique energy to SB19, not just as the youngest member, but as someone who was always willing to listen, observe, and help others see the bigger picture. His maturity often surprised the team. He wasn't just growing as a performer, he was growing as a person. When SB19 debuted, the world didn't immediately take notice. There were moments when it felt like no one was listening, when their efforts felt invisible. But Justin stayed the course. Even when things felt hopeless, he continued to give his best, not just on stage, but behind the scenes. That's the part of Justin most fans admire deeply. He's not just a performer. He's a creative director, a thinker, a planner. Many of SB19's visual concepts, storylines, and video treatments carry Justin's fingerprints. He brings vision to the group. He understands that performance is more than movement, it's storytelling, it's connection. And as SB19 began to rise, thanks to the viral success of Go Up, Justin's quiet contributions started to shine. Fans began to see how much effort he poured into the group. He wasn't just doing his part, he was making sure the whole picture worked. He was refining, organizing, elevating. But even with the fame, Justin never changed who he was. He stayed grounded, humble, and focused on growth. While others were chasing the spotlight, he was building the path ahead. He stayed passionate about creative direction, learning more about filmmaking, editing, and branding. His brain never stopped working, and his heart never stopped caring. And when Justin stepped into his role as creative director for some of SB19's major projects, he did so not for recognition, but because he believed in the vision. He understood that music is just one part of impact. The other parts are storytelling, emotion, and purpose. And Justin had all three. He started speaking up more, not to be heard, but to help others hear. He used his platform to talk about self-awareness, mental health, and the importance of staying grounded in a fast-moving world. And his message was clear. You don't have to be the loudest to lead. Sometimes being the most thoughtful is what truly makes a difference. Fans love Justin for his gentleness, his smile, and his humor. But beneath the surface is someone with a deep well of wisdom. He listens before speaking. He acts before reacting. And he leads not with force, but with clarity. What makes Justin's story so powerful is how relatable he is. He's the dreamer who is unsure of his place, the artist who second-guessed himself, The team player who struggled but stayed anyway. His success isn't loud or flashy, it's real. It's earned. It's deeply rooted in discipline, kindness, and vision. Justin teaches us that there's power in being soft-spoken, that being the youngest doesn't mean you can't lead, and that no dream is too far if you're willing to work smart, stay humble, and never stop learning. As SB19 continues to break boundaries, Justin continues to grow, not just in talent, but in purpose. He represents every quiet creative who once doubted themselves. Every student, every artist, every introvert who wondered if they had what it takes. His answer is this: yes, you do. You always did. Justin's journey is a reminder that success isn't just about being seen. It's about seeing clearly. It's about knowing who you are, what you believe in, and how you want to impact the world. You don't have to change who you are to reach your dreams. You just have to believe that your way, your quiet, intentional, creative way, is enough. Because it is. So if you've ever felt like the quiet one in the room, the background player, or the one with big ideas no one sees yet, remember Justin. And let his story remind you that your vision matters, your voice matters, and your time will come. What part of Justin's story inspired you the most? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Your feedback helps keep these stories alive for others who need to hear them.